For the past several weeks, we've been really dwelling in this theme of bread and wine, and we will continue that this coming Sunday with our readings and our prayers here at St. John's. We'll have a beautiful passage from Kings from the First Testament where Solomon is having his dream and talking about wanting wisdom and guidance. And then Jesus continuing on with his teachings about being the bread of life that must be broken for the world. And we'll reflect on all of those, of course, in our music and in our hymns and in our prayers. We're going to start off the service with a really wonderful hymn that we've not sung, at least since I've been at St. John's, but it's a really wonderful tune and text. Lord enthroned in heavenly splendor, first begotten from the dead. And it talks about Christ being broken for us, both on the cross, but then being broken figuratively in the bread of communion. In our hymnal, this text is matched with a Welsh tune, Bryn Calfaria meaning Calvary Hill, or Hill of Calvary. And it's a really wonderful and kind of lusty tune. A lot of times we hear these Welsh tunes because they're in the minor key. We think that they must be dark and gloomy or sound like Darth Vader marching around the Death Star. But it's really, these tunes are supposed to be very happy. So don't let the minor key mislead you. This is really a very cheerful and kind of a dancing tune. So a really way to dance our way into the liturgy. At the communion, the choir will be singing something that sort of picks up on Solomon's prayer for wisdom. This prayer from Alcuin, who was an 8th century monk and mystic. Eternal light, shine into our hearts. Eternal goodness, deliver us from evil. Eternal power, be our support. Eternal wisdom, scatter the darkness of our ignorance. And this music that sets these very ancient words is from the 20th century American composer Leo Sowerby. Sowerby was the director of music at St. James Cathedral in Chicago for a long time, and he really has a very sunny mid-century American feel to his harmonies. You can almost hear the way that this kind of musical language leads in just a few years to like Stephen Sondheim. So a lot of these harmonies that kind of transition from the riverboats of the Mississippi to Broadway maybe a little bit later into the 70s or 80s. And that last bit, that cascading amen, is such a beautiful gesture as the voices enter one after another. Such a really marvelous and very short little anthem, something that's really a delight. At the communion, the choir will be singing a piece that I wrote for the St. John's Choir a number of years ago, using words by a Benedictine nun, Dolores Dufner. O wheat whose crushing was for bread, O bread whose breaking is for life, O life your seeming end is seed, a seed for wheat, our bread and life. And these chains of images that come across. It's a very simple tune. It has a very simple melody that appears in the 3 verses, and it's sort of a plaintive, introspective feel to those words. So a lot more about the bread and being broken for us, and then how we can share that bread as we experience God's love and share it with those around us. So we invite you to come join the Eucharistic feast with us here at St. John's, either here downtown or on Channel 12 or on our YouTube channel.